Hello, fellow testers, QA managers, and those who tirelessly strive for deliver flawless software. I'm Tanya, and I absolutely adore everything about the testing world. Today I want to talk about something close to my heart, something that I believe can revolutionize the way we test. We are talking about test documentation. I've been there, working for months on software project, running numerous tests, squashing bugs and refining code. But then, during the QA audit, we faced unexpected setback. The documentation was incomplete, confusing, and in some areas incorrect. That hit us hard. It's not a pleasant situation to be in, trust me. But the silver lining was we learned a vital lesson and discovered some crucial strategies to create effective, error-free test documentation. Let's dive into these tips together. I'll be sharing personal stories, my perspective and experiences so we can learn and grow together as testers. Our first tip: define clear objectives. I like to think of it as planning a trip. You need to know where you are going, what you want to explore, and how you will track your journey. In your test documentation, you should be outlining what you are aiming to achieve with each test. What functionality are you testing? What user flow are you verifying? These objectives should be clearly laid out so anyone reading the document can understand why a test was conducted and what it aimed to confirm. Clear objectives will not only guide the testing process but also simplify troubleshooting if an issue arises. Before moving on to tip number 2, I would like to remind you to subscribe to the Aqua Cloud YouTube channel to get videos about software testing and QA management directly to your feed. Tip number 2 is using a consistent format. If our documentation is like a guidebook, we want to make sure it's easy to navigate and understand. Consistency in your documentation helps all team members, regardless of their role, understand what they are reading. This could be as simple as maintaining consistent naming conventions or more complex like following a standard structure for describing test steps and expected results. A consistent format will aid in onboarding new team members, improve communication within the team, and reduce the risk of misinterpretation. The third tip is to keep it concise. Your documentation should be a precise map, not a convoluted maze. By keeping your documentation concise, we are aiming to provide all the necessary information as clearly and briefly as possible. Avoid lengthy explanations, keep steps direct and to the point. Use bullet points or numbering for better readability. Remember, the goal is to make your documentation as easy to understand and follow as possible. The first point is to review and update regularly. Remember, a static map isn't much good in changing landscape. Your test documentation should be a living document that reflects the current state of your software. Set a schedule for reviews and include everyone involved in the project. Not only can they help spot any inaccuracies, but they can also contribute to new insights based on the evolution of the software. Be open to feedback and ensure all changes and updates are promptly reflected in the documentation. Schedule regular reviews, engage your team members, pay attention to critical areas, and encourage active contribution to updates. Tip number 5 is all about collaboration. In my experience, teamwork makes the testing dream work. In the realm of testing, multiple people are often involved. Developers, testers, product managers, stakeholders, and more. By fostering a collaborating environment, you're inviting diverse perspectives that can greatly improve the quality of your test documentation. Using tools like Aqua Cloud, Confluence, or Jira can streamline this process, allowing everyone to contribute and stay up to date. Tip 6. Use automation tools. In the world of continuous integration and continuous deployment, automation tools are game changers. Automation tools can drastically increase your efficiency when it comes to documentation. For instance, Aqua not only automates the documentation process, but also provides detailed reports, logs of all the actions performed during the test, and even identifies uncovered test areas. The tool essentially does the documentation for you, ensuring that nothing is missed and freeing up your time to more important tasks. Finally, tip 7. Include visuals. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Visuals such as screenshots and videos can drastically improve the understanding of a testing process, its results, and potential issues. They allow you to capture what words often can't, the actual visual journey through a user's interaction with software. By including visuals, you can ensure that even complex test scenarios are easy to understand, reducing the risk of misunderstandings or overlooked issues. Remember, effective test documentation is not just an option, it's a necessity. It's a difference between a successful product and a derailed project. It's what allows us to learn from our past, never repeat the same mistake, and continuously improve our software quality. Keep the documentation clear, concise, up-to-date, collaborating, and yes, don't shy away from using visuals and automation tools. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more discussions, tips, and insight into the world of testing. Until next time, keep testing, keep documenting. Bye.